Hello there, very good afternoon to you. How are you today? It is lovely here as well, Jenny. Oh, hi Lisa, hello Elizabeth and Denise. As it wasn't this morning, it was cold, we had a heater on down here this morning, but it's glorious today. Hello, where have we gone? Let's go back to the beginning on Facebook. Hello Jackie, and to Linda and Christine and Alana and Lynn and Denise and Cynthia and, oh Alana, how's the jury service going? Oh, we can't ask, can we? Oh, okay, hope it's all right. Never done it. You done it? I've never done that. Hello Denise, hello Cynthia, hello Tracy, and to Sheila and to Kim and Michelle on YouTube, Geraldine, and hello to you too, Teresa and Donna and Jane and Shirley and Janet and Eleanor. Beautiful in Scotland. Hopefully it's beautiful everywhere. Hello Princess Morningstar, and Carolyn, Angela, Anne-Marie and Judith and Lynn and Zaya, hello, and Cynthia and Colette, and sorry if I miss anybody. Lots of you today. Oh no, Linda's got COVID. My son and his girlfriend have got COVID. They're very, very sorry. Actually, they're getting over it now. It's not so bad. Janet, hello, Cheryl. Traffic was awful, she says, but got home at last. Beautiful on 10, says Brenda. Hello, Anne. Hello, 28 Mama. Cynthia, all set up. Well, let me go back a bit. She's at the airport. Where are we? Oh, I missed that one. Sorry, it's gone. Laura's pink parcel arrived today. Lovely. Wanted to pick the same pink parcel. Arrived this afternoon. Good. Those will be the DPD ones, won't they? I've got some more going out today, actually. Hello, Shelley. Hello, Jane in Wisconsin. Who's been making Walter and Wendy. Leslie's made Walter and Wendy today. Those are the two little characters behind me here. We need to see pictures, Leslie. Put them on the Half Yard Club page, won't you? Okay. Gorgeous in Cumbria. Christine's cut out Wendy and Walter ready to sew. We're going to be talking twin needles today, and we do have some twin needles on the website, and I shall explain a little bit more about them and why they're useful shortly. Yes, Chris, I actually remembered this time, and I've got some new fabrics to show you too. So if you go to our lovely new website, there's a featured products page, so anything that I show you in the lives is going to be featured on the featured product page, so it makes it easier to find if you like some new stuff. Sunny in Borrowash. It's always sunny in Borrowash. So now I'm going to let you in. We've got lots of jerseys because I'm thinking batwing top. We've got a newer colour of this abstract shapes one as well, but I'm going to let you into a little secret. The Half Yard Club next month, which is only less than 2 weeks away, isn't it? It's going to be a floaty skirt with an elasticated waist and pockets in the side, and it's kind of A-line but maybe a little bit wider. I love pockets in the side of skirts. It's all cut on the bias, so you get a lovely fold with it, and I've used a viscose, and then I'm going to use a crepe de chine to make the video because I haven't done that yet. So I just, oh, it's a pleasure. I'm glad you've got it. I just wanted to show you some of the new fabrics that would be appropriate for said floaty skirt. And so I haven't done the video yet, and I don't know which one to use. Look at this. Oh, I might have to use that. It's got a hole in it. Again, viscose is such a lovely, lightweight, cool, summery fabric. Perfect for this kind of weather. And cutting it on the bias, you just get these wonderful folds running through it. So it's a lovely, lovely fabric to work with. The whole skirt is cut on. I haven't even got it to show you. It's so new. It's not been edited yet. But the skirt is such a lovely floating skirt that, but it is cut on the bias to give you that drape. So it does take quite a little bit of fabric. So again, I'm not sure. Let me see what this is called. That might help. Might it not? This is a rayon mix. Now rayon, as far as I'm aware, is a brand name for viscose. I think it's the same fabric, and this is called Wild Daisies in Mustard. But if you don't want to go for, Kim's got a skirt very similar to this. No. If you didn't want to go for the brighter colours, we've got the same available for you here. And you know, it's not just skirts. This would make a lovely scarf. It'd make a lovely top. So this is Wild Daisies in navy. and perfect for this warmer weather. Oh, Sheila's machine is packed up. Oh no. Debbie, I haven't got around to it yet. I'm hoping, well, I was hoping to do it this week, but had rather a busy week this week. Getting a little bit behind with stuff, I'm afraid, so I shall endeavour to do a video next time I've got a filming day. Let me just fold these up. Dash back from our boat to watch. Who's that on the boat? Missed you again. Oh, Amanda's got allergies. Sylvia's been on a boat. Got your new book with Kim, it's brilliant. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I have to say the photo of you two. How will I see? We can't see that. So many people. Kim has actually been mistaken for me before now, which I anyway. But when we look at each other, we don't see each other. But yeah, other people do. Gillian's in the middle of a weekend bag. Look at this one. Kim's hoping that you won't buy this because she's got big plans for it. Isn't that beautiful? That would make the summer skirt perfect. It's just lovely fabric, and again it's viscose, so it's nice and floaty and lightweight. You'll need 2 meters, Michelle. 2 meters I've worked, I think 2 meters will go up to around about a 60-inch waist, but you'll need, even if you're smaller than that, even if you're a size 8 and you've got a 24-inch waist, because the pattern's cut on the bias, if you imagine that's going to be the shape of the pattern, you need the 2 meters to get the length in, so you will have some left over. There's no way around it with bias cutting, I'm afraid. So no matter what your size, it's going to be 2 meters. I know, Jenny. It's ever such a simple skirt. I shall show you. Oh, Saturday. Can I show you Saturday? Might be a bit early. I'll show you nearer the time. Because I haven't made it for the video yet, but it's just an A-line elasticated weight. I love pockets in a skirt, don't you? And make it any length that you like. I haven't missed anything yet, Jane, no. We're going to be talking twin needles in a bit. Let me show you this one first. So, your favourite fabric. I'm selling your favourite fabric. You going?
Yeah.
All right.
Around the office.
Yes, all right then. Text when you're home.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Love you.
Love you.
Going home. Yeah. Yes, funny she should walk in at that point. That was my daughter. Because this one, it's an Art Gallery Fabrics, arrived a few days ago. And quite unexpected. Well, that's nice. She said, "Yeah, that's not for the website. That's for me." She says, "There's lots of things I want to make with this fabric." So she was going to keep it all for herself. The whole bolt. I don't know what the plans were, but this, I think she's going to make a dress out of it. And then just before we came live today, she said, "She'll just take what I want off the bolt, and you can put the rest on the website." She hasn't taken anything off it yet. I've got that bolt. Anyway. It's beautiful. Let me see what that one's called for you, because I can't remember all these names. There's loads of new ones come on. Art Gallery Fabrics, Rayon again, Capritois Blue, this one, and it's like street scenes look. I want to be there now underneath an umbrella outside a bistro with a lovely glass of homemade lemonade and a nice and a slice would be. Where is it? Capri. Well, I've never been to Capri. I've seen it. From the mainland, but never actually been. Have you been to Capri? Rosina, yes, I think it would work with double gauge. It'll be a bit heavier, but again, if you cut it on the bias, you should get that really nice drape to it. It'll work with a jersey fabric if you prefer that, but I do say in the instructions that might be an idea to make the pockets out of a woven cotton, otherwise they're going to be bouncy pockets. It's gorgeous, isn't it, Alana? So yeah, so maybe she shouldn't have seen that just before she went home. Shoe size, says Karen. I'm a 5 actually. I don't think you're talking to me. What style of bag? Actually, Jane, we've got some more downloads coming on the website, and I'm going to be making a bag maybe on Friday as a download. They're only £2 for the download out of this fabric. I had my eye on it. The Isles of Capri. I don't know that one, Sylvia. Oh, yeah, Jules. The old passwords eventually have been carried over to the new website, but because it's a new fancy one, it wants really complicated passwords. So you can't use the word password. You've got to have lots of, I don't know, ups and downs and crosses in it. So, but at least you're on there. Welcome back, Gracie Fields. Oh gosh, that takes me back. Anyway. Oh, talking to each other. Right, so we've got, oh no, this is linen. So you could the skirt out of linen, but this would make a lovely blouse, a really nice, crisp, lightweight, breathable linen mix. So you get the linen feel and you get the linen qualities, but you don't get the linen creasing, which is a bonus, ain't it? Right, where's the, I'm just looking for the name of it again. I think it's called Vines. Viscose linen print vine leaves écru for that one. And these are all by the ½ metre. So if you wanted 2 metres, 3 metres, 1 metre, then just order, for 1 metre you order 2 units basically, and so on and so forth. Thank you, Mary. What's scary? After that, oh, I missed that one. After last Saturday, like, who's that from? So bear with me because I wanted to read that message. Gino Grady. Oh, Jean, I'm going way back and I can't see your message. All right. After last Saturday live chat, I was stalked by a man asking for friendship and more. Oh, on here. Yeah, we blocked him. Go on. Was it the one on here? There was some chap on here, wasn't there? I took no notice and he did remove the post. I removed all of his posts that I could see and blocked him as well. Weird, that, isn't it? So yeah, ignore things like that. That's nothing to do with us, is it? Christian says, hello to all shoremates. That's a nice name for us, isn't it? What do you advise for lining clothing? Gorgeous cottons and linens, but they're all a bit see-through. You can't buy lining fabric. It tends to be polyester, which I'm not so fond of. So just a cotton I would use. Well, cotton poplin would be good. Cotton poplin is normally wider than quilting cotton, a bit finer. Does baste mean tacking? Yes, Julie. Basting is an American term for tacking. So we're tacking over here and we're basting over there. Bobbin, can you hear her? She's having a bark. She's in the garden enjoying the sunshine with my one poorly son and his girlfriend. Yes, Jean. Anyway, gone now. Let me show you. We've got so much. I'm not going to show you everything. We'll be here all day. This is the new colourway of the Abstract Shapes jersey that I made the top of behind there. So again, nice and stretchy. Doesn't fray. Doesn't shrink, doesn't fade, simple to sew, but brand new colour. So it's kind of more of the blues and the orange than the mustards in that one there. So that's loads of fun. We've got some back in stocks as well. The flower buds on black background, or the top that I wore last week, that's back in stock, and the painted flowers purple one's back in stock, and the denim blue is back in stock. That's the one that I made this one out of. And we've got some new navy as well. Actually, we've got a pink one too. We like the pink one. So deep navy. That goes really nicely with that, actually. So if you wanted to make a navy top or a skirt or anything. That, actually, navy version of the batwing top with white trousers, crop trousers. And then your sandals. That'd look really nice with a red scarf. Oh, we're all patriotic. We've also got a pink. Now then, it's elasticated, yes, Angela. It's dead simple. It hasn't even got a channel to thread the elastic through. It's one of those where you simply sew the elastic to the top and fold it over. So it's really, really simple. It is a lovely sunny day. It's the same here, Linda. Excuse me. Jules was teacher's pet. This is a new colour, but it's a a slightly different texture. Gosh, do excuse me. Dry throat. So like the denim and the navy, really smooth and a very fine knit. This one's got a little bit more texture to it. And I shall tell you why I bought this one. Because this is the one that I'm going to make the batwing top to go with the skirt that I still need to do the video for, because the fabric for the skirt has got pink in it, but I'm not showing you that yet. It's not on the website yet, but that's why I bought that one. But I just think that's a lovely colour. I love a bit of pink. Do you not love a bit of pink? But yeah, that's a nice weight to that one. So that's that. Three more to show you. And then we'll do some twin needling. This would make a lovely top. These only came in last night. A little bit heavier. It's still knitted jersey, but it's a little bit heavier than these ones. So you can tell that by the way that it folds. If you've ever bought the Organic Leaves jersey, it's that kind of weight to it. So yeah, it's still stretchy, still jersey knit, still got all the same benefits, still be able to make the batwing top out of it, but the gin, but I love that colour as well. I love a bit of purple. Let's just see what that one's called for you. Where are you? Watercolour, aqua and purple flowers. That kind of makes sense, doesn't it? That'd make a nice skirt as well. Like a nice pencil skirt. Karen's expecting a book pink parcel. Books went out yesterday, I think. All the pre-orders. What day is it? Yesterday. Yeah, would have gone out yesterday. I love it when you have conversations between yourselves, but I do glance over every now and again and feel like I'm missing out on the fun. Oh no, Linda's husband's got COVID as well. It's rife, isn't it? So many people. Looks like a rabbit wearing sunglasses. Missed that one. 70s cut. Can't get hold of it, Alana. The wholesalers haven't got it either. I think it must have been so popular. No, I don't know whether they're just not doing it anymore, but we just can't get hold of it. Hello Nadine in Olympia in Washington, USA. The batwing to make longer. You can, Morag, make it longer. We'll have a look at the pattern in just a second, because somebody was asking me about making the neckline lower. And sorry, I can't remember who you were that said that. I get so many emails, I forgot. Oh, thank you, Linda. I've got a fly! Blooming thing. Now this one is so silky. It was quite funny. It's got a little bit of a spandex kind of feel to it. It's very, very smooth. It is jersey still, but it's lightweight. It's really fluid, but it's so silky that this arrived on a huge roll. And when Kim went to pick it up, everything kind of slid off the roll. It was difficult to actually pick it up because it was so slippery. But that's a lovely one. Again, it's just really fluid, really lightweight, floral filled smooth jersey. This one's called in brick. £3.75. Should that be £3.75? Oh, she's driving at the moment. Well, Kim, if you obviously won't be watching, she's driving, isn't she? I don't think that should be £3.75. Anyway, take advantage. Going through the menopause, would rayon make me? No, rayon, no. This might make you a little bit hot. Rayon is very much. Well, I'm pretty sure when I've done research in the past, I haven't looked it up for a long time. Rayon is a brand name, and I think it was named by Celanese, if I remember rightly, for viscose. And viscose is made from wood pulp. So it's got the same benefits as cotton. It's natural, it's breathable. It just tends to be finer. It tends to have a really fine handle on it. So no, that's not going to make you sweaty. That's going to really help because it's breathable. So just think of it like a very fine cotton. Well, it's not cotton, but it's the same kind of process. It's just made from wood instead of cotton. Right, last one. Oh, now this is kind of a back in stock. This is, I can't remember the name again. Rubbish at names. Sketch Argyle. We've had this before in a different colour. Now we sold out of all of the last of it last week, and can't get any more of that colour left. But we've got this one, which again I think it's just as nice myself. Madaisy says rain is great for hot flushes, lightweight. Thank you for that. Hello Zach from Michigan. Morning sunny and chilly in Pennsylvania, says Olive. No, Jenny, she's back at school now. Well, school. She's in reception, but she's there full time. So yeah, she comes up on her own. Okay, that's all the new colours. We'll get on to twin needling in just a second. Let me go back to this batwing top. I should have worn it, shouldn't I? Really, I should wear my pink one at the weekend. Oh, it's sew along weekend this weekend, and it's come around a bit quickly. I forgot because normally it's the last day of the month, and this week isn't the last day, so I don't know why it got scheduled in then. But this weekend is sew along weekend, or sew along Saturday, and this is what we're going to make. So I haven't worked out the ingredients list as yet, but I'll do that when I finish here, and I'll post on Facebook and on YouTube. If you click the alerts bell thing, then you should get a message saying what ingredients you need. So that's going to be a sew along, and that's some of the new canvas that we've got on the website as well. So have a look on the featured products or on new in, and you'll find it there. So that's Saturday's project. I haven't put any pockets in that one, and it will, because I only made it just before we came here. And I think I'll put a magnetic snap on it. There's no zip or anything in this one, but we could put a pocket on the inside. I'll have a think about that, and I shall let you know later on what's happening with that. So that's going to be Saturday at 11 o'clock. Thank you, Rosina. She's done a bit of research there, thank you. So rayon is made of cellulose from lots of different plants, and viscose is wood pulp. Process is the same, thank you. Making swimwear. Oh, I don't know about, I've never made swimwear, Jean, to be honest. I don't know if that's an area of expertise of mine. I've never done that before. I was getting closer to Debbie's wedding. When was it? Was it August? I can't remember. Right. So the camera's a little bit close because I wasn't intending to kind of do this. The bottom of the batwing top goes in, and then you've got a band around the bottom that's actually shaped that goes in as well. And that's to give it a nice snug fit around your hips. So that tapers in, and that kind of chamfers off like that. So if you're going to make it longer, what I would do, so I'm just going to draw on top of one of the other patterns so you can see what I'm doing. I'd maybe keep, if you want to keep the waistband at the bottom the same, that's where I've cut mine. Don't carry on this line going inwards because it'll just get narrower and narrower, and that's not what you want. So I'd kind of taper it so that then goes down straight. Then you can make it as long as you like, and then this measurement is the same as the hemline, so just extend it as long as you want to. If you're going to make it wider here and come down, you'll need to extend the waistband to make that wider as well. So easily done. That is so easy to adjust. You know, there's no darts or sleeve inserts or anything like that in this pattern, so if you do want to adjust it, it's the easiest pattern you can possibly have to adjust. I did say last week, so have a look at last Wednesday's Facebook. If you wanted to make the whole thing bigger than the largest size, then extend from this way, not from this way. And then you will need to adjust the neck accordingly as well, but I explained that last week. If you wanted to adjust the neckline on it, That is really easy. You just do that. So however low you want it to be, and I would suggest you can make a toile in the same fabric or the same fabric content as the fabric that you're going to make it out of, and try it on, but you don't have to make a toile of the whole thing. You can just make a neck toile. So just cut out the piece that goes around the neck, go down the shoulders a little bit and make sure that pulls over your head okay, and it's as low as you want it to be. And do bear in mind, also you can make it wider as well, that's entirely up to you, but do bear in mind when you do this, the neck band will need extending as well. So what I would do there would be to take a tape measure that I know I had earlier, but of course I can't find it now. Pretend that's your tape measure. So when you've decided on the length that you like, measure around the neckline and then maybe take off an inch, because the neckband should be smaller than the neck hole. But again, try experiment with that. So you can make that as low or as deep as you like. I wouldn't make it into a V-neck, because then you're looking at different techniques of putting the neckband on with, you know, mitring the V. But if you keep it a round neck, then that's going to be quite easy. Right, twin needle sewing we're doing today. So we're not actually making anything, Nadine. We're talking about twin needles. Oh, Anne, hope you got that. I wouldn't do a V-neck. You're looking at a whole new pattern just for the neckline. Unless you wanted to make it V-neck, have a look on YouTube. There are tutorials on how to put a neckband onto a V-neck. But it's not just a case of sewing it round like it is with a round neck. I thought you were saying to make a 12 at first. No, toile. Toile, Chris. You make a toile, not a 12. Alana's got a half yard book and pink parcel. Have I missed that? Oh, Alan, you and your V-neck. He has done a V-neck, took him years. I remember those Hochanda days. Twin needle. If you weren't aware, that's kind of what they look like. So you've got one shank at the top which has a flat back, the same as a regular needle, so that's going to go where your regular needle goes, and then two needles come from that one shank. These are spaced at different spaces, so you can have wider. I think they go up to 6 millimeters apart. This one's 2 millimeters apart. This is the one that we've got on the website. Now I'll be honest with you, I've had a practice on some different types of fabric, because basically what the twin needle does is give you 2 rows of stitches on the top, but then your bobbin thread underneath passes between one row and the other, so it creates a zigzag, so you've got a little bit of stretch with it, so it's ideal to use on stretch jersey fabrics. So if you've ever bought anything, a t-shirt, sweatshirt, anything like that, when you take a look around the neckline, it'll have 2 rows of stitching around there, and it gives you a really nice professional finish. This one I used a lightning stitch, so that's got a bit of stretch in it, because not everyone has a twin needle. This is a universal twin needle. These are the ones that we have on the website. You can buy, and we do have some on order, the jersey twin needles. So those are the ones with the ball point. With this fabric, I was skipping stitches with this needle. You can, have a play around with it. I didn't have too much time this morning, but if you adjust the presser for pressure on your sewing machine and you adjust the tension slightly, that's going to help. But if you still keep getting skipped stitches, then try and get hold of a jersey ballpoint. But try it first, because on all of the other jerseys that I used, it worked absolutely fine. No skipped stitches whatsoever. So I'm starting from scratch with this one, so I don't have needle or thread in here at the moment apart from the bobbin thread, and I've just got a white bobbin thread in there. I'm hoping you're going to be able to see on this camera because I can't get any closer. So drop your needle out, flap it to the back, and this goes back up in the same position as far as it can go, and screw it in place. Now have a look on your sewing machine settings, because some machines will have a twin needle function, and basically what that does, you imagine you've got a gap in your sewing machine foot, say that's the gap, and your regular needle has enough room to go from side to side to create zigzags and all of your decorative stitches. When you put a twin needle in there, it may hit the side of the foot, and I'll explain how you can work that out in just a second. With your twin needle function on some advanced computerized sewing machines. When you press that button, it will prevent the needle from swinging too far from side to side, so it'll actually block some of the stitches, so you won't be able to use a lot of the decorative stitches because you'll just break a needle. So that's a really nice function. But if you weren't aware, it's a picture of a twin needle. I haven't got one on this machine, but if you're going to use a twin needle, then press that if you do have that function. Then you can just, you can't do buttonholes with a twin needle, but it grays them out, so you can't even do that. You can use a twin needle with any sewing machine. You don't need any special stitches or anything like that. On this machine, I've got I should have 2 spool holders, but can't find one. So I've got one horizontal, and then I do have a space for a vertical spool holder, can't find it. But some machines don't have 2 spool holders, so this could be what you're going to do as well. So I'm using a blue, red and a red thread, so you can see what the difference is. And we're going to thread this up just like a regular sewing machine. So let's start with the red one first. Two things you can't do is to use your needle threader, because the needles won't be in the same position as the needle threader when it comes down, and you could even damage the threader, so don't try to do that. And if you have a like the scissor function, the thread cutter function on your machine, don't use that either. It's not going to help at all. So first one threads up as normal, apart from needle threading. So I'm threading the left hand side. Now some of your machines will have 2 channels. I can't see a thing, honestly. We'll have 2 channels. So like at the top of the needle, you may have a hook on each side. So one thread goes on one side and one thread goes on another side. This one doesn't. So both of my threads are going to just go in the same direction. So we'll thread all the way through and just take it through each needle when we get to the bottom here. I thought it was such a good idea to do this from scratch. Should have brought me magnifying glass. A piece of white paper behind the eye of the needle normally helps, doesn't it? Got some white fabric. Let me do that. It's worth it. Bear with me. Honestly, I used to be able to do this on telly so quickly. I've done it. Sorry, I went all quiet. I can't thread a needle and talk at the same time. Okay, now the second thread, I've got nowhere to put it. I can put it on the the bobbin winder. That may work. But otherwise just drop it at the side of the machine, and again I'm going to go around in just the same direction. This is going to bounce around all over the place, so if you've got something like a cup or a storage box, chuck it in there. So move you out the way there. Where did this end go? And again just thread in the same channels all the way around, right through to the needle. I'll show you this in a sec. And then you're going to thread the needle. First time, of course. Oh, it's rainy and stormy in Missouri, says Melody. Oh no. Yeah, so you do a tap dance, and I'll do something that's a bit like watching paint dry. Oh, that's in there. Okay. So we've got both needles threaded up and threads both out the back, so we're just going to treat it as though we've only got one thread in there in effect. So that's already ready to go, and then you're going to take a piece of scrap fabric and try it out. So needle down. So always do a test piece first of all, and just make sure that your stitches are nice and even and there's no skip stitches. And remember not to use your scissor function. That's a hard habit to break. Oh, come here. And then you can see from the top you've got 2 really nice neat straight lines, and from the back my white thread is jumping between the red and the blue to create that zigzag effect. No, Jean, the threads don't get ruffled together. I don't know how that works, but as long as you keep them when you get to like my last threading bit here, actually I've missed that one, is one wide bar that just curls around. So I just put one each side of the bar and then pull them through, and it just seems to sort itself out. Helene, I'd use whatever colour your fabric is. I mean, if you're doing something, unless you're using contrast thread, if you're doing twin stitching on something like that, normally the same colour as, you know, the same colour in both top threads and the bobbin thread. But just to, if you're not sure, then just use a neutral colour in the bottom. Lisa had an exploding cat yesterday. Oh, oh no! Oh, that would have been a messy job. Bipolar weather in Western Washington, says Nadine, with sunshine, snow, rain. Oh gosh, you're getting a lot. Lightning all in one go. Whoa. Oh, Yasmin, welcome along. Right, wire thread does it fit in there? That's a good idea. So that's that, and that was on quite a long stitch length, so have a play with the stitch length as well. I'm just going to show you while I was here. Jersey, let me show you on jersey, then we'll have a play, because it's not just about double hemming. Now I've got a little trick for you. So if you're hemming, oh, I didn't cut that very straight, did I? I'll go back to this one and cut it straight. Let's cut it across it. Which way are we going? That way. The idea is when you are hemming, that you need to sew from the top, because otherwise you're going to get your 2 rows of stitches underneath and the zigzag on the top, which isn't what we're looking for. So I'm just going to cut this down a little bit. We don't need all of that. Still haven't got my best scissors down here. And then, so you're going to fold over your hem, and you can pin that or iron it or do whatever you do, and then you need to sew from this side. So it's not the easiest thing to, you can sew either right along the edge of the fabric or just inside it, so just on this bit here, but it's not the easiest thing when you're on this side to find it. So what I like to do, if I've got, do you know, the only chalk I've got is pink, so that's not going to stand out at all. I don't think I've got any ink left in that one. So I'm going to use my heat erasable. So I would put my pins in here. So all hemmed up to the length that you want this to be, or it could be the neckband you're putting on your sweatshirt. So let's do a few pins just to hold that. I've lost my pin cushion, you know, my little checkered pin cushion that I made. There we go. It's in here somewhere. Kim's been filming down here, so I'm blaming her. I can blame her for anything because she's driving. Right, so turn that over. And then you can actually feel the ridge where the hem's going to be. If you're going to use a heat erasable pen, then do test first, because it could stain. So again, I can feel the ridge. So I know where I should be sewing. It's easier with chalk, I have to say, than trying to mark with a pen like this. Okay. And then this goes under the machine. And I'm just going to sew slightly inside, so I know I'm catching all of the fabric behind there. Make sure you take your pins out as you go. Don't pull and stretch the fabric as you're sewing. It's not going to do it any favours. And then I think I've just missed a bit at the end there. And sew straight down the line. So on the front, there's your 2 lines, and on the back you've just caught the hem of the fabric, or again you could sew slightly on the inside of that. But that gives you a really nice finish. And again, remember, these are the size of needles that we've got on the website at the moment. We're looking for more, but if you wanted those stitches further apart, then you can buy wider needles. You can buy triple needles. I do have a triple needle somewhere, so you can get exactly the same effect, but with 3 rows of stitches. I think you can get 4. I don't know, Jane. Have you got trace the path where your thread goes and just make sure nothing's getting caught anywhere, and things to look out for. Because the only thing I can think of is if your thread's being pulled back, you know, sometimes on the end of your bobbins there's a sticky label and you tend to just push the spool through to poke that out. If your thread gets caught on that, it's going to pull it back a little bit. Make sure... Oh, coffee time.
Pilates.
Pilates. Thank you.
You might need this.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. I don't know where it's gone.
It's there behind you.
It's behind me. Oh, I can't see it. So have a look at that. Have a look at the direction that your thread's coming off the bobbin. For instance, you know which one the top is because it's got the writing on it. So your thread needs to come off in that direction, not in that direction. For the most part, it doesn't make too much difference, but these are worth checking if you do have any issues with unthreading or what you think may be tension issues as well. So if you've got a horizontal spool, it comes off the top that way. If you've got a vertical spool, then just make sure that this is sitting the right way. Another thing to watch out for, I don't have, or do I have one here? Some bobbins, older ones particularly, have like a little nick in the edge that you can catch your thread into to keep it in place. They should be on the bottom, but sometimes your thread can get caught in that and it can pull it. So that could pull it and undone as well. Oh, Lisa says, oh, it's gone. Missed that one, Lisa. Sorry. Double needle is nice on jerseys. A 4mm, yeah, that's a good idea. And lessen the pressure on the presser foot. If you've got a presser foot pressure dial, they come in different places. Mine's right on the top of the machine here. Sometimes you'll have a knob. Sometimes it can be like where your tension dial is on the front of the machine. Have a play with it. But yeah, lessening the tension may help. Sorry, the presser foot pressure may help. But I want to show you some of the stitches as well. Nadine's working in the deli 11 till 5. Oh, okay, she's going to leave soon. I'll see you all next week. Twin needles for use with jersey knit fabrics. Yes, Jenny, I was saying earlier on, these aren't for use with jersey. So I found with the blue jersey, didn't like it too much. This one, absolutely fine. So it depends on the fabric. It's like with, if you're sewing jersey with a regular universal needle, most of the time it'll work fine. But some fabrics just don't like it and they would prefer you to use a jersey needle, so maybe do that. Oh, Rita says she finds a walking foot will help if you have one as well. Tunnelling, loosen the tension slightly. The tunnelling is basically when the tension at the top, I'm going to do some tunnelling because that's one of the effects you can do. If the tension at the top is tight, it's going to pull the bottom stitch up and then you get a tunnel, which is a pin tuck, which is an effect, and you can buy feet for that as well. So yeah, just try adjusting the tension a little bit. Mary doesn't drink, but my friend has just left a can of zero gin. I like the zero gins actually, the Gordon's ones. So tunnelling, if you want to create that, so if you're doing pin tucking, now you can buy feet. This one doesn't actually fit my machine, don't know why I've got it, but that's a pin tuck foot. So basically you sew your pin tuck and then you move the groove over so that the pin tuck is actually sitting inside the next groove along and then carry on sewing. So basically that's a guide for sewing your pin tucks in straight lines, but I'm not going to use that. So I'll put it next to this one so you can see the difference. I'm going to take the tension right up as far as it'll go to number 9 on my machine, and then let's see what happens. So again, I've still got quite a long stitch. Let me shorten that a bit actually. And you should start to see, oh, I was going to use this as a thing then. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this clearly. But oh no, I'm there still. It's pulled the stitches on the back. You can tell from the back there, look. So increasing the tension pulls the stitches from the top and it kind of it tunnels, it moves the stitches closer together, so this is actually raised. So if you're doing a pin tuck shirt, and I do, you know, a men's shirt or something like that, then use white on white and you just kind of see the ridges, so that's quite a nice effect. Zero tonic, don't know what zero tonic is that slimline? I like a bit of slimline. Another thing for you to experiment with, so I'm just taking this down again to number 5. I wonder if you can see better if I do that. No, you can't. Need another camera, Gary. Try a zigzag. Again, these make extra decorative stitches. So going on to the zigzag, unless you've got that function on your sewing machine, turn the hand wheel towards you very slowly and just make sure that when your needles swing from one side to another, they're not going to hit the foot. And then you can sew. And I think particularly when you're using 2 different coloured threads, that would make a really effective border. Maybe around a hem or a pocket or something like that. And oh, that's not very sharp there. And then if you're very careful, you can just move that thread out of the way. You can kind of match them up. Sorry, that was a little bit messy there. I've got some thread caught in it. Oh, we'll get the idea. You see what I mean? So you can carry on using that kind of effect. That would be nice, maybe sewn over a piece of ribbon to keep it decorative. So that's that. And I thought, I haven't had a play with all of the stitches on this machine because it's got some decorative stitches. Now not all of them look nice with a twin needle, to be honest. But let me see what I've got. Maybe try the scallop, because a lot of machines have that on. Let's have a try and see what happens. So that's number 73 on this one. And again, so that's going to hit the side of the needle, so the scallop isn't going to work. I wonder if I could do one of the leaf designs. Nope, can't do that one. It doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do any decorative stitches with this one. But worth having a play with, you know, maybe you can on your machine. Number 42, let's try that one. Nope, far too far over. Let's try again. 42, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Now I've got it caught. Didn't like that very much. I'll just chop that off and start again. Things you don't necessarily try, do you? You've probably got lots of decorative stitches on your machine that you can use a twin needle with, and it kind of makes more of the stitches that you have when you can create different effects with them. Let's try again. I'm going to go the whole way through this design before I try and put my foot down, because I don't want to break the needle. Because you only normally get one needle in the packet. Some of your machines will come with a needle already. I think it might be all right. I think it might be all right. No, I'm not all right. See, that's what happens. Okay. So that's the end of the twin needle demonstration. I thought that was going to be fine. But do check. Zigzag's absolutely fine on this one. Decorative stitches obviously didn't like very much at all. But I think predominantly the reason that you're going to be buying the twin needles is for sewing with jersey, because it really does give you a nice professional finish there. Different foot, that's the only standard foot I've got on this one, Karen, so maybe that would have helped. The thing is, it's not just the foot, it's the size of the hole in the plate as well. Gordon Zero Gin, did it mean zero tonic in it? You lot, I don't know. Hello, Hassana. I'm going to have to love you and leave you, says Mimi. Oh no, I hope you feel better soon. Thinking of you. Better late than never. So we're nearly done now. Hello, Chris Ann from New Orleans. She never did drink, she says. Good for you. Okay, so I'll just put a new needle in actually, because that's a good time to put a new needle in, isn't it? Because I can't remember the last time this one had one. So I hope that's been useful. Don't be afraid of having a play with your machine. The worst, I always say that the needle is like the fuse on a sewing machine. So if it's not happy with something, it's going to break. It'll break before your machine breaks, so don't worry about that. But have a play with the different stitches as well, and have a look at all of the different effects that your machine's going to do. And even if you have a very basic machine, it's going to have a straight stitch and a zigzag stitch, and you will be able to use a twin needle on there, don't worry about that. Let me put my white back in again. Oh, thank you, Jane. That's a good. Oh yes, that's a good idea, Alan. If you're making a hat brim, he says that can make it effective and fashionable to wear. That's a good idea. Yes, Kath. As far as I'm aware, you can use a twin needle on any sewing machine. I was saying earlier that some machines have twin needle functions, so they have stitches deliberately designed to be used with twin needles. But yeah, not a problem at all. And as I showed earlier, if you don't have two spools to hold your thread, then just pop one in a receptacle at the side of your machine, just to stop it bouncing around all over the table. We don't want that. Why do you use twin needles? Oh, okay. Talking to Lisa. Never used a twin needle. Yeah, have a practice. You know, you can create some really lovely effects. And remember, it is a stretch stitch. So it is perfect if you're going to be sewing on any kind of jersey. Jen's doing some EPP prep while watching. Do share, won't you, Jen? Let's see what you've been making. Oh, thank you, Sarah. I'm glad you liked it. Oh, 48 years, Linda. Happy anniversary to you. Enjoy your meal. Oh, I don't know, Bernadette. I've just got universal needles that came with the machine. Let me have a look. Where did I put the packet? These are 80, 12, all the same. That tends to be what I use for most things, to be honest. Oh, okay. Now, some machines have them with them and some don't, but they're not very expensive to buy. Not in 3 and not to use over 3. That's a good idea. Right, okay then. Well, remember, Saturday will be sew along day. So I'll go and do some sums now and work out how much fabric we're going to need. Do you want a patch pocket on the inside? Would that be useful? Because we'll need a little bit more fabric if we do that. And I was going to put a magnetic snap in the centre. This is what the bag's going to look like. This is one that I made just before I came here because I forgot it was this Saturday and I thought, oh, I'll show you what we're making. So this isn't actually the finished one. It'll have the magnetic snap, and I think I will put some pockets on the inside because that's quite useful to have, isn't it? So we'll do that. And there isn't a pattern or anything, so I'll just give you all of the measurements. I'll put the post on Facebook tonight, and I'll put it on YouTube, and you'll get a message if you've had the alerts. No, Mary, this is H640. You could do it with Bosal. The reason I've used H640 is because I've used canvas for the lining, which may be a little bit extravagant, but you do see the lining on a bag. So I wanted it to match. So I shall do that. If you wanted to use a less expensive fabric on the insert, then that's absolutely fine. But I found I didn't need Bosal with this, but yes, you can use Bosal or a Decaville light interfacing would be good as well. No, you could use a firm one actually, and I haven't used anything on the handles for it because it's canvas. It really doesn't need it on there. You're not here this Saturday, are you, Lisa? Oh, tension, thank you. Tension back down. I'm glad you're there. Always need pockets, says Joanne. Oh, feet on the bottom. The thing is, it hasn't got a proper square base. It's just got a box base, so it's not really the kind of base that I'd put feet on. Could put a base in it, I suppose. Should we do that? You don't have to put a base in it, but yeah, let's put a base in it. I'll do that. Must remember to bring some bases back from the office tomorrow. We had our intention down. Oh, a big button on the back of your neck, Chris. I'm too tense. Oh, that's better. Good idea. See you Saturday, Jill. So that'll be 11 o'clock on Saturday morning. And I'm not here next Wednesday, by the way. I'm babysitting the grandchildren. Yeah, thank you, Bonnie. So you know my diary better than I do. So no, I won't be here next Wednesday, but I will be here on Saturday. Could I use faux purple leather for that bag? That would look lovely, Connie. Yes, definitely. Sandra, I'm going to put them on here. It'll be on this Facebook page and on the Half Yard Club. It'll be on the Half Yard Club page live. It's a Half Yard Club Saturday. Kim sometimes shares them on my Facebook as well. Don't know how to do that. And it'll be on YouTube. So on Facebook, I shall give you a list in a bit. I'll go into the house and do it now. And on YouTube, I shall send a message to anybody that's asked for alerts. So you need to subscribe and then click the bell. And then you should get a message. Thanks, Karen. Oh, I will do, Anne. I'm looking forward to it. It's my eldest and my youngest. My eldest son's 2 kids. They're off working away, so I'm doing the school run and everything. Can't wait. Oh, hi, Nancy. Grandma Nancy said hello to you all. Hello. And this is oh, hello, Chastity. Hello. Welcome along, Grandma's granddaughter. She's got you sewing, hasn't she, from what I hear? How to unpick a top and make your own patterns. That's a good one. Doing the same. Have you got my book, Garen? Mine and Kim's book? Baby on the way. Oh, Nana Dee. Dee's going to be a Nana Dee. Oh, fabulous. Right, okay. Let me just have a check over here and do a bit of homework. My hair's a mess today. Just caught a glimpse of myself. What happened there? Right, I don't know that. Oh, Dave. Hello, Dave. Hello, Dave. Hi, Angela. Hi, Dawn. You're all saying hello and I'm going now. They should bye, Dawn. Bye, Angela. See you Saturday, Sandra. Thank you. Yeah, Lisa's going to be back in a week and a half. Be good and keep sewing. You better be if Lisa says so, because she's got the spanner, you know. Thank you, Sue. Anyway, you hang up first. Thank you for joining me. You take care. I'll see you again Saturday. Bye-bye. Gin time, Bernard. Honestly, what are you like? Gary, I'll have the gin now.